Hello and welcome into the Sporting Pod. Along with Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris, I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up today on the pod, a tale of two seasons. What the women have accomplished and can accomplish this weekend, and what the men can accomplish as they get things rolling in Louisville. We are fed by the Bearded Pig, locally owned and operated, with the original location in San Marco. Be sure you swing by the Bearded Pig for great barbecue and great times. Before we get started, there is something new in this room in the Gemstone Media Studios where we record this podcast.
Indeed.
Tony, would you like to share this story?
Yeah, I'm trying not to make this show about myself.
I'm making it about yourself.
Yeah, so you did notice that I have a new tattoo on my arm.
Do you have other tattoos first?
No, this is my first one.
First tattoo?
Yeah, I got this in Detroit where they also have a people mover, same era, same manufacturer.
This is, if I may describe, on Tony's left forearm, a little closer to the elbow than to the wrist, is a depiction of the Jacksonville Skyway Express.
That's right. Well, like I said, Cole, I just want people to take me more seriously, so I figured a picture of the Skyway on my arm would probably do the trick.
Have you guys been on the Skyway?
Yeah, bro. I used to have I used to have a blog about it, and I would update. And this was when it was, really thriving, and a lot of people still use it. It's an amazing thing, and it could be better, obviously, but it's a free thing, and a lot of people take the bus into town and then take the Skyway to their destination if they're working, a lot of hospitality workers and whatever. But we used to live on it in San Marco Place. And so it was such a good era for my family and my kids that I wanted to
Here's a question. I've never been on the Skyway.
Yeah.
Would it be safe for me to ride that alone?
Yeah, I mean, during the day, yeah.
Okay.
It's like any kind of publicly accessible thing. All kinds of people can get there, so you never know. But yeah, in general, the Skyway's safe, and there's like cameras and Big Brother's definitely watching you on there and watching out for you. So you can also you can talk to the operators and stuff if you have questions or if it gets stuck or something. And doesn't really get stuck that much. And unfortunately, right now, it's kind of on the ropes. There's a lot of new technology that they are thinking about getting rid of the Skyway for, which is just a much longer show. But
probably for a different outlet.
Yeah, probably not the.
Tune in to First Coast Connect to get the very latest.
That's right. But I'm a huge fan and always will be, and I'll never forget the era in which this is depicted.
And just to close the gap for you, Emerson, I have ridden it 3 times.
Memorable times?
They all were memorable for different reasons. One was during the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's cool.
When the Super Bowl was here. That was jam-packed full of people. A lot of people getting around downtown at that point in that way. Once with my friend Joel Lamp, the former
legend.
Yeah, sports and entertainment department with the city, and before that with JU.
Huntsville now?
He's now in Huntsville.
Oh.
And we rode it to... from downtown, when I was working downtown, rode it to the South Bank to get some lunch. And then there was one other occasion where I rode that. I think it had to do with some event near the courthouse or something. And I don't remember that.
A lot of times it's open during Jazz Fest, One Spark, those kind of things.
Might have been One Spark, actually.
Yeah,
Might have been One Spark.
This is reminding me of the monorail at Disney.
That's
the image I have in my mind.
Same technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
There you go.
Nice tat.
All right.
Yeah.
Tony's tatted up. He's got street cred now.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about the women and how things are going on that front. In short, it's going well.
It is going well.
The women have an opportunity this weekend to clinch a home playoff spot. Why is that important? Listen, we feel pretty solid about the fact they're going to finish as one of the top 2 seeds. Right now, they're 7 points clear at the top of the table. They have a chance to win the Players' Shield. There are clinching scenarios. Emerson, would you like to share those?
Oh, sure.
Aww.
I made a graphic about it for the TV show, so tune into the Sporting JAX report. If Sporting JAX wins and Carolina Ascent loses or draws, we could play at home. And if Sporting JAX draws and Carolina loses, we could play at home.
Carolina has Dallas this weekend, by the way. So good matchup there.
Mm-hmm.
Two versus four.
Yeah, I was about to say there's two playoff teams.
Two playoff probable teams.
Yeah.
And Sporting JAX has quite the trek this weekend.
Longest trip of the year out to Spokane. So Spokane played Sporting JAX pretty tough last time out. Got a draw. That's the best result anybody's gotten against Sporting JAX in the last 7 matches. So no guarantees. But I do want to, because we like to talk about sort of behind-the-scenes things with regard to Sporting JAX on this podcast, I do want to talk about why it's important for an early clinch of a home playoff game and the impact that can have. For starters, of course, you get it out of the way, and okay, we can look forward to May the 24th for a playoff game. That would be in the semifinals. In the Gamebridge Super League, the top 4 teams make the postseason, and the top 2 seeds host, and then the highest remaining seed hosts the championship. Now, you won't know in advance any more than a week, whether you're hosting the Gamebridge Super League final. But with the possibility of a clinching scenario this weekend, it really gives the club and fans a chance to make plans. And so it helps in terms of, obviously the facility, playing at UNF Hodges Stadium, you get that ready, and then getting, ticket deals out there. And let me give everybody an opportunity, if you are looking for those playoff tickets now, if you're a season ticket member, you will get first crack at them. Shortly thereafter, at a reduced ticket price from the public, if you have purchased the push to the playoffs bundle, which includes the last 2 games of the season, home games of the season, you can get a better deal and an earlier opportunity to buy those playoff tickets. So, if you have not done that already, before this weekend's games and the clinching happens,
this is your sign.
This is
get
your
it
sign.
Done.
Yeah, get that playoff push to the playoffs bundle purchased. Come out to the last 2 games against Lexington and against Brooklyn. Lexington number 2 in the table right now, so that's obviously going to be a major game a week from Saturday as part of the doubleheader. And it's going to be a great way to get things going.
I don't have the table in front of me, but Brooklyn has an outside chance or no? Are they?
They still do.
They're sitting 7th with 25 points.
So this is an absolute must-win.
Right? Yeah. So that'll be that. Of course, by the time that game rolls around, it will be different. And elimination. There are elimination scenarios as well this weekend. So we'll see how it all plays out looking forward. But again, I just want to take a moment to give a tip of the cap to what Stacey Balaam and her team is doing. Emerson, they won down in Fort Lauderdale, scored 4 goals. 3rd time this season they've scored 4 goals.
And you called it an ugly win.
Well,
can you explain why?
Well,
because I think some people, my dad was confused.
Explain yourself, Cole.
So elaborate.
Well, I was not the one who called it an ugly win.
Oh.
It was actually Stacey who called it an ugly win.
Okay.
And it was largely because Fort Lauderdale defended very well, and Sporting JAX was a little bit off the game in terms of some of the passing and that sort of thing. Too many giveaways, although not in really dangerous areas. Fort Lauderdale actually had more possession than Sporting JAX had, although it was mostly back near their own 18-yard box where they were kicking it around trying to find a way through. 25 fouls called in the game added to that. That was a bit. There was 1 yellow card called on Fort Lauderdale. 18 shots for Sporting JAX, 9 of them on target, and none of the goals were particularly pretty goals. So that does add to it. Paige Kenton had one that kind of rolled slowly by. She had the right angle, and it was fine, but it wasn't. We've seen some blasts from Paige. Bailey DeSmith's 2 goals. One of them certainly prettier than the other. She kind of headed it down from a corner kick and then got it by. Then there was an own goal on a ball that kind of pinged around. I thought for a moment that maybe Bailey was going to get a hat trick.
That would have been awesome. That would have been our second player to get a hat trick this season.
And would have made the 3rd Sporting JAX player with double figures in goals.
Wow.
Which you feel like is
pretty
coming.
Awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was at an event yesterday, and people were asking me about the teams, and I just could not say enough good things about what the women have done. It has been a remarkable season for sure. 3 of the top 4 goal scorers in the league, Sporting JAX, Ashlyn Puerta, number 2 right now, Paige Kenton, number 3, Bailey DeSpitt, number 4. You've got Kate Parks leading the league in clean sheets. You've got, 3 of the top 10 in terms of passes are Sporting JAX
Georgia,
players.
Grace, and Sophia Bowman.
Despite the fact that Georgia has missed games for Scotland.
Is she out? She's out this weekend.
She'll be out this week and back next week.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
We need her against Lexington.
Yep.
So all those things are in play, and it has been a real joy to watch what the women have done. Now, we'll get to the men here in just a moment, but I want to remind you that if you would like to get tickets for the Sporting JAX men's, you can now get prorated season tickets, and you can still get your best price there. It also includes first choice of seats when the stadium is built. That will go by longevity of season ticket ownership. You'll get, you'll be on that list. The best price per game available, ticket exchange program, and an interest-free payment plan as well. Call 904-863-KICK or visit sportingjax.com today. All right, the men still looking for the first win. Tony, they're going to Louisville. The schedule maker has not done Sporting JAX any favors at all. Not only tough matchups, but tough away matchups in some of the toughest places to play. Lou City, I think everybody would acknowledge one of, if not the crown jewel of the stadium picture in the USL Championship.
Yeah.
Lynn Family Stadium. Are you making your way up to this one?
I'm not.
Okay.
No. I was leaning more towards Spokane, but I'm not going to either. We have such a big weekend the next weekend.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, a lot going on there. I think if the men can get a result in Louisville, it would be an enormous thing for the mentality and the morale and everything else.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. We're not really playing that poorly. We're just now, in my opinion, Detroit saw some things where it really looked like we're starting to gel. Everyone is in JAX now, so we were waiting on players all the way up to last week, right? And so we're having to, we're on the schneid, and we need to get some joy. If we are able to do that away at Louisville, it will be it'll be a big breakthrough for the club.
And I will point out that Louisville is on a short week, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Do want to remind you that the Sporting JAX report comes to you at 12:30, or rather noon on Saturday this week on NBC 12. No, 12:30 this week. Hold on. Sometimes it bounces around. And here's what happens. Let me take you behind the scenes here. When we do the TV show, we tape it usually on Thursday, and I'm looking ahead to the following week. The following week's show as we promote that. This week it is noon ahead of the Premier League coverage on NBC 12 WTLV. So catch that.
The live from Tampa Premier League coverage.
I'll be there.
And Emerson will be there. And you can also join us every Tuesday at 6 for the Coaches Show on 1010XL. You can listen on demand at 1010XL.com. Head coaches Liam Fox and Stacey Balaam join me along with the player. And we get you more about what's happening with Sporting JAX. Okay, why is Louisville on a short week, they asked. Well, I'll tell you. Lou City
U.S. Open Cup.
Pulled up a cup set, beating Austin FC 2-1 on Tuesday.
Yes.
So when you look at what's happened in terms of USL Championship teams against MLS sides, Colorado Springs Switchbacks hammered Sporting KC 3-0.
Jeez.
Shocker.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it really is.
I'm really not a fan of Sporting KC these days.
Yeah.
Well, they're not playing well, and they had to go to the altitude, and it did not go well for them.
Yeah, no.
And USL League One side won Knoxville, knocked off DC United.
Oh, wow.
In PKs, 6-5 in PKs. So here is what it looks like in terms of USL teams in the round of 16. We will have the matchup of one Knoxville taking on Columbus Crew on April the 29th. Lou City will take on Houston Dynamo on April the 29th in Houston. And the Switchbacks will have a short trek to Commerce City, Colorado, to face the Colorado Rapids in the round of 16. So 2 USL Championship and 1 USL League One teams have made it through to the round of 16 in what has been a truncated U.S. Open Cup. Tony, I know you love a cup set.
I do. There's been plenty this year.
We've had some.
Even with the truncated schedule.
Yeah, you've had to kind of pick and choose. We'll see if anybody can get to the round of 8 or the Final Four as far as the...
Who won last year?
Last year was...
Miami?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Dang. It is a good question. After the not the semifinals, after the quarterfinals, where I think we had one team left.
Nashville
I
SC?
quit looking.
Nashville.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, no one really cares if it's not USL.
It kind of is, yeah.
It's just like...
The storyline is much different when that happens.
I have to give a shout out to someone.
Yeah.
My good friend Lauren Halpern is a sports reporter for Wink News down in Naples. She just transitioned into the sports reporter role, and she and I talk every day. But we've been talking a lot more recently because she's covering FC Naples, and she covered their game against Orlando City. Yeah. So it was fun to learn about FC Naples this past week.
And
they unfortunately
lost. It was a close
lost.
game, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It wasn't a blowout. I know that. I love Naples.
Yeah.
One of their owners, Roberto, is an amazing dude.
Oh.
I think he's one of the founders of Zumba.
Oh, no way.
So
That's
I'm pretty
cool.
Yeah, don't quote me on all that. And I know he's involved in Leyton Orient, which is a great club over in North London. So
cool.
All right, let's move on to our Premier League contest.
No.
Let's do. Last week, Emerson picked Man U over Leeds.
I should have listened to Stacey Balaam.
I tried to pick Man U over Leeds, but had already picked Man U twice, so I could not. Leeds with the win. So Emerson on 43 points. Tony picked Liverpool over Fulham.
Good pick.
Much to his own chagrin.
Boo.
Got that one right. He's up to 47 points. And I picked West Ham over Wolves. I listened to Stacey Balaam.
Yeah.
I should have.
And got the win.
Yeah.
I'm on top with 53 points. A reminder, you can only pick the same team twice. Emerson has picked Newcastle, Brighton, Man City, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, and Manchester United twice. Tony has picked Nottingham Forest, Chelsea, Man City, Everton, Brighton, Wolves, and Villa twice. I have picked Palace, Brighton, Chelsea, Liverpool, Villa, and Man U twice. So, as we get down to it here, we'll see if Tony is going to take the Merseyside derby and make his pick here. I guess he actually can't.
I can't.
Unless you're going to pick Liverpool to win it.
Definitely not doing.
You're not going to do that. Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
So,
although it's kind of a good hedge if you think about it, that I win either way. But I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I can't bet against my guys. So I am looking at Leeds over Wolves. I think it is. Whoever Leeds is playing.
Leeds is playing Wolves. Yeah. So we'll have that pick for you. Mm-hmm. We'll put that in the form. Which, by the way, Emerson has started to administrate, which has made life much better for me.
Yeah, great job.
And nobody is more excited about this contest than Emerson. So, Emerson.
No. Please, go.
You want me? You want me to go?
Yeah,
okay.
because I'm between two games, so depending on what you say.
Well, I have not taken Fulham twice, and I'm going to step out here. Oh, gosh.
Ooh. Man, there's no gimmies really.
This week you've got some tough ones. Oh boy, I'm going to take. I've not taken Brentford twice. I'm going to take Brentford over Fulham.
That's pretty good.
So that will be my pick: Brentford over Fulham, and we'll see if it comes to fruition. Of course, you've got Man City and Arsenal this weekend. Be quite a pick. Emerson cannot pick City in that one.
I'm not doing that. Because I can't get rid of Arsenal.
Could pick Arsenal. All right.
Okay. I'm between Leeds over Wolves or Forest over Burnley. Burnley's kind of trash.
Oh, they're definitely trash. Both of those are good. You're probably fine. But if you wanted to, if I got Leeds wrong, you would.
This is true. Okay, I'll go Forest over Burnley.
Yeah.
All right.
I will be in Tampa. I will send y'all pictures.
Nice. Are you going to wear a Sporting JAX kit?
I don't have a jersey, actually.
Oh, you need a jersey.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Anthony!
We know a guy.
Yes.
We do.
All right. That is our Premier League contest. Getting down to the wire. Only 6 more match weeks
Wow.
in the season. At some point here, we're going to start to look at potential promotion from the English Championship and see if Wrexham is going to be a part of that and who goes up, who goes down. Right now, Spurs, Burnley, and Wolves in the relegation zone.
Yikes.
Yeah.
2 points clear West Ham, 3 points clear Forest. So we'll see how it all plays out. I love a promotion relegation talk.
Me too.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I don't believe in my 40 years of following Premier League and whatever it was called before Premier League. I don't know that I've ever watched when Coventry was in, and they're coming up for
like
sure. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Like, I love when you get to learn about these new cities and towns. And
I'm now on the Premier League side of TikTok, and a lot of it is the chants and the songs.
Yeah,
they're so
well.
Awesome.
And shout out Mark Warburton, who took his Brentford Bees to what's the stadium? Wembley. Golly. Sorry, I need coffee. He took the Bees to Wembley and won and got them up. Yeah, so it's cool to have an office next to a dude who has done that.
It's pretty cool.
No doubt. All right. Yeah. Good stuff.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Happy Friday.
We did, We moved this back to a Friday taping. And because of some schedules, and probably because Tony was recovering from his tattooing. And so here we are. We appreciate it. Please continue to share this podcast with your soccer fan friends. Let's continue to grow the community around the game and around Sporting JAX. For Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris.
I got one thing.
Oh,
we're having another big sandwich tailgate in between the women's mat on the 25th. I'll probably talk about it next pod as well, but another big tailgate. We had so many people come to the last one. We want you back the 25th after the women's game. Go to the women's game, come to the tailgate,
then go to the men's game,
eat and drink, and then go to the men's game.
And we'll talk more about that next week, what that will look like, including an appearance by Joey Chestnut.
Oh yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Hungry for a win.
Yes, indeed.
I got one thing really quick. I was on the phone with my dad this morning, and he said this is one of his favorite parts of the week is listening to the podcast. So hi, Dad.
Hey. Shout out, Doug.
Shout out, Doug.
What up,
Dougie
Doug?
Fresh.
All right. For Tony Allegretti and Emerson Burris, I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks so much for listening to The Sporting Pod.